Merry Christmas, everybody. My name is Chris Pavolo, and welcome to What Jesus Says About, where we're talking about the 25 things Jesus says about Christmas to see how it changes the way you and I celebrate the season when we go straight to the source. Now, at number 14 of our countdown, we talked about how Jesus claims that he came to serve us. But at number 13, he shows us how far he's willing to go in order to serve us when he says, "The Son of Man came to give his life as a ransom for many." Now, this one has a few religious sounding terms, but it's actually pretty easy to see what he's saying without getting too overly spiritual. First of all, the Son of Man is a way of referring to himself. And so he's saying, I came to give my life as a ransom for many. And that word ransom, you know what that means. Think of like a Tom Clancy novel where a billionaire's daughter gets kidnapped and then there's a ransom for her return. And so the billionaire pays, a few $1,000,000 and gets his daughter back. And Jesus believed that you and I are held captive as well. We're held captive by this thing called sin. And the ransom for our release is death. This all might sound like a crazy out there idea, but you can hear this concept in the popular Christmas hymn, O Come Emmanuel. And the very next line reads, "And ransom captive Israel." Think about the value of a person and a ransom. Like for somebody you might give about $10,000, $100,000, or if it's somebody you love, you might be able to find $1 million for their ransom. But how much value would somebody have that you'd be willing to die for them? And now consider that Jesus claims he came to die for you, fully knowing that you might reject him. So how does this change the way that you and I celebrate the season? Well, the next time you hear this song, O Come Emmanuel, whether it's, you're in the car, you're shopping, you're in the line at Starbucks, whenever you hear this song, listen for that second line, ransom captive Israel. And in that moment, just give yourself the space to consider, could it be that you are that immensely precious to God and that he loves you that much that he's willing to give his life as a ransom for you? If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Also, we've got a playlist over here of the other 25 things Jesus says about Christmas. I'd be honored if you would take a look. Have a Merry Christmas.